Hello, should I start with a cash account? DRI Swing Trading Chart Analysis. Yes, I will suggest you start swing trading with a cash account. It's just going to be, in my opinion, it's just going to be the same account. But you will start swing trading with your own money that you deposit in that account. Excuse me. Over time, you will reach your capital will reach a certain level and your account could be qualified for a margin. In that case, you can continue swing trading with your own cash, or if you want to use some margin to increase your purchasing power, you can decide at that time. We do not use margin, even though we have an account. Our um, brokerage account is qualifying for it. We do not use it. I have an example here. It is my Roth IRA that I have, and it is pretty much a small account. I don't do much in that account anymore. But this year I decided that now that I'm learning swing trading, maybe I should start swing trading there as well, a little by little. And since it's a small account, you'll notice that, you know, I purchased one share of those stocks. So those are recent stocks that I purchased. I started with this one, but then it went through some changes and the stock changed symbol as well. And then it went negative. I will just keep it there. Some years ago, I traded these stocks that went bankrupt. It's there. And this one went through some changes as well. And I thought it's going to go bankrupt, but it's still here. And I don't even know why I bought those. Is some years ago. So, but this year I bought the rest. I have two mutual funds here that I purchased some years ago as well. But you can see, it's a small account, and we focus our energy on our joint brokerage account. So these past few years, so therefore I don't do much in my Roth IRA. But this year I decided that at least the cash that I have there, I can use it to start swing trading, and I purchased those stocks, and they are here. So that is just an example of a cash account, and I'm not entirely sure. In fact, and last time that we checked Charles Schwab, the account needs to be 2,500 to be the minimum to be qualified for a margin. And this account does not even qualify for one. I don't even know if Roth IRAs qualify for a margin loan, if they're only cash accounts. So, but the time being, the value of the account is 1,500 with this loss in it. So therefore, it does not even meet the minimum required to be a margin account or to qualify for margin if Roth IRAs qualify for margin. But those are things to consider. If you want to trade in Roth IRA, you might want to think if Roth IRAs qualify for margin loan. But yeah, I don't intend to to use margin just yet. In the past, I was interested in futures, but to trade futures, you'll need margin. So therefore, maybe when I get into it, I might have to use margin. But until then, we just swing trade with cash. And by opening these windows here, you can see that this account, we have, that is $166 that we have cash in it. So even though I have some stocks that I wanted to buy, they are the ones that are in red, that are well positioned to buy. I'm not buying them just yet because again, we do not have cash in the account to buy them. Even though we have, the account is qualified for margin and is giving us pretty much half of the value of the account as a margin, a more purchasing power to swing trade with, I'm not using it. Maybe to get into future, I might use margin since that's the only option available for it. You'll use margin, and that's the main reason why I'm not doing future yet. Additionally, for option, I don't I don't do option. Some years ago, I like to do it, but to do option, you have to buy 100 shares of a stock. I think that's the minimum to do it, and I purchased that with uh, there is an automobile company that I purchased it. I and I did that in my Roth, but it's an automotive company. It's Ford, so that'll be F. And I purchased little by little until I reach 100 share of it, so that I can start doing options with it, and just one type of option being the one that is call and put. So one of those you have to be the one owning the share. So that's the one that I wanted to do because based on my research, you'll make more money that way. But I end up owning at the same times an L.L.C in it that went bankrupt, and I had it to, you don't pay tax in your Roth IRA, you think, but if you are investing, you are trading L.L.Cs, you might. So because I invested in that L.L.C on an annual basis, I'll get Schedule K1 from them that I will have to send to Charles Schwab because they will send me a letter asking for the Schedule K1 to file a Form 990T with IRS. And that year, the L.L.C went bankrupt. When they went bankrupt, frankly, there were some revenues that I had to pay tax on, even though I earned some dividend with them that I reinvested. So when they went bankrupt, pretty much I lost everything that I put in that company, including those reinvested dividend, if I recall right. So I had to pay around $2,000 in taxes, if not more, because one, I didn't think I owe any tax to begin with, so I didn't send the Schedule K1, and then later I sent it because I was just curious, and it turned out that, well, that form needs to be filed even if they went bankrupt and I don't have the stock anymore. And so the gap between when they filed the tax and when they should have filed it, there was some penalties calculated on top of it. So, and I end up selling that Ford stocks to free cash there, to have cash available in the account for Charles Schwab to be able to pay the tax and penalties on my behalf to IRS. And I had to call them because when they filed the form, they didn't see cash available automatically in the account to pay when they are filing it. Therefore, when I sold that stocks to free cash, I had to call them more than once, asking them why the cash is still in the account. They need to pay IRS. So for that to be resolved. And I learned a lesson from there that I'm not going to trade or invest in L.L.Cs. I used to do it in my brokerage account as well, and I'll get that Schedule K1 and I'll use it when we are filing our 1040. But a lot of time they only claim losses on those forms. But for that one that filed bankruptcy and we had it to pay, I had to pay $2,000 on a stock that I didn't really make any money on. It was a little painful, and yeah, and I decided that when I'm picking a stock for swing trading or for investing, L.L.Cs, L.L.Ps, LP, anything partnership and limited liability are first to go. So, but yeah, it seems that you can use margin for option as well, and some people swing trade and use margin with it to increase their profits. I don't know how to do it, but as you can see, there are so many things you can do in the stock market with your money to grow your money, to create a stream of income, to invest. You just have to budget, know how much you are earning, whether from your business or from your job, how much your monthly expenses are, to see if you can uh, trim that area of some of your wants, not your need, but some of your wants, to have some changes left for you to save and invest, and choose one investment method that you are interested in. By investment, I'm talking about trading, investing, and all those. And keep learning, keep improving. And once you master one, if you there is another avenue that you're interested in, you can pick that as well. I like features because you can trade it 24 hours a day, almost 7 days, I think 6 days or so, or 5 days a week. But and I think you can swing trade it as well. So that is something I like to get into. But for the time being, I like to swing trade and I'm not using auction. So yes, you can start with a cash account. It's safer because when you use margin, you make the stock went up, you make profit in it. With that purchasing power, you'll make more profit. But when the stock goes down and they ask you to sell some stocks to free some margin, and you don't have money right away to put in the account and you have to sell some stocks at a loss, you lose more than you'll have gained using margin. So just be cautious. Start with cash until you master the swing trading strategy you are using, and you know stocks that are very good to swing trade with that strategy. And from that point on, if you want to increase your purchasing power by using the margin your account qualified for, you have the choice to do so. So now we are going to do our chart analysis of the day. Today is December 30th, 2025. DRI chart analysis. Is it a buy or no buy today? My answer is a no buy today. And why is that? Well, we like to buy at this support line using our non-optional swing trading strategy. This valley line passing by the lows of the chart. And right now, where the chart is coming from, is it coming from the valley or is it coming from the top of the mountain? It's coming from the top of the mountain, but it has not reached the valley yet. So for that reason, it is not a buy just yet. It's on its way down. But if we buy it now, we'll get it too early. It could decide to start going up from here as a possibility. But again, we never tried it before. I prefer to wait until I see it touch base with this support line or get really close to it, and then we can buy and it might linger there for a while. I would estimate 3 months or so before it start going up. Until then, it is not a buy. So this is how we do our chart analysis for our swing trading stocks. And yesterday, the price dropped. That's why it's red. The price at the end of the day was lower than the price in the morning when the markets open. And by the way, this chart has the dates on the x-axis from the past to the present, and the price on the y-axis from 0 up. Thank you so much for watching our videos. We thank you very much for your time. Thank you for all your comments, and thank you very much for subscribing to our channel. I'm Afiami Liberman, Cross of Liberman Consulting L.L.C YouTube channel, and the nassoap.com our blog. On our channel and on our blog, we share different ways to save money and different ways to make money to reach your financial independence, where you do not depend on an employer to provide for your family. And swing trading is one way to make money. Just as small, one share at a time, and slowly grow your account from there. Thank you so much for your time. The way we analyze DRI, that's the way we do our chart analysis. If you like our swing trading strategy, long optional swing trading strategy, and you like to practice, ask questions, receive feedback on it, will you please check our online store liberdownload.com for our small group online workshop to see if you are interested and reserve a spot. The next one is next Saturday, January 3rd, 2026. Thank you and Happy New Year going into 2026. Good luck with your swing trading. For more videos in this series, will you please check the playlist in the description of this video, and that will be this one. And we have more swing trading related playlists in the description of this video as well. Thank you for your time.